Hey guys, welcome back from classic work. I've had a lot of, well, not a lot, but I've had a few requests to see the old trailer that we've got. I'll tell you all a little bit about it. Now, this is a very odd trailer. I think it's a 23 foot. It might be a 27 foot. It's a very strange size. But it is a Econoline backhoe special. Got the pedal eye on it and all that good stuff. Now here's the weird thing about it. It's got 8 tires and it's got 4 axles. So it's very strange. You can see how the tires are ganged up in the back like that. So it's got tires underneath the middle, which makes it super duper heavy. Like, because you've got so much weight that you can spread all through there, it helps it carry very extreme loads. So the only downside to it is if you blow a tire out on the inside and you've got load up under it, they're almost impossible to get to. It's got deck plates that open up so that you can get to them, but the problem with that is if you've got something on there, then you can't get them open. So it has its pros and its cons. It's a great trailer. I love it. It pulls very straight. And it can handle a load. It can pull a lot more than my truck is capable of, so I like it a lot. As you can see here, it's got, I think these are 12 inch, they might be 10 inch I-beams. It looks like 10 to me. Not very thick, but it's got a lot of structure in the right places. As you can see, the original color of it was yellow. It seems like everything I buy that's been good has been yellow. Wink wink, nudge nudge. But anyways, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be building a winch box that's going to sit right here on the tongue, and we're going to have the winch that sticks up here so we can pull dead tractors, dead trucks, anything that won't move. So the trailer is good and stout for something like this, and it's short, which makes it that much better. Now the trick that we're going to have is down here, we're going to have to build some kind of roller that can sit right here on the deck, and it can go all the way across, and so that the cable, when you pull it from the back to the front, it won't rub anything on the trailer and potentially wear the cable out, get it to fray, or damage the trailer. So that's going to be the trick. This trailer, I've done a lot of work on it. We put a floor in it. I've worked on the hubs and gotten brand new wheels and stuff like that. I apologize for the wind. And I need to work on the ramps. They're in really bad shape. And I've put a new jack on it and a couple other things, but we're gonna put this on here and we'll have to fix some other stuff later. So without any further ado, let's get after it. Let's get started. Okay, let me bring y'all up to speed real quick. I've got 3 2-inch receivers here, and I'm guessing most of y'all are wondering why. The biggest reason is that I've got a platform for my winch that's going to fit in these 2-inch receivers. Now the cool thing about this setup is you can move the winch from any point. So if you wanted to pull a load on one side of the trailer, you could. You wouldn't have to run a block and tackle and all that kind of good stuff. So that's nice. Plus the other benefit to this is we'll probably more than likely run the winch in the center one here. I've got like a D-ring deal that'll fit up in this 2-inch here that we can run a double line with it. And double line, is most people know out there, is you can pull twice the weight that the winch is rated for. So if you have a winch that's rated for say 10,000 pounds, they can pull 20,000 pounds. So you got the mechanical advantage. So that's the biggest reason for the 3 tubes. Other than that, it just kind of makes it look a little bit better. And it also gives you a conversation piece. I can't tell you how many things I've built, people ask me, well, why'd you do that? So I think it looks good. So as you can tell here, it looks pretty sharp from the front and the sides. I'm liking it. That's some heavy wall stuff right there. I'll be surprised if anything gives on that. So the next thing we got to do, we're all finished with the front, we got to start working on the back and figuring out how we're going to build the roller. Big tools. Never bring a pea shooter to a real gunfight. One spacer, no lady. we got the winch all mounted on there. Sorry guys, you're gonna have to ignore the Christmas presents in the background back there. Sound like somebody got them a Yamaha 250. Anyways, I've got everything set up. I've cleaned out the chain well and everything. I still got to do a lot of little stuff like the battery hold down. Me and my dad probably are going to put 2 in here so we can run them in parallel and double our amperage, so we don't have to worry about pulling too much on one battery. Plus I've got to make a rig to run from the truck back here, like a little cable coming off either the air compressor or the crane. I hadn't figured out that yet, to charge the batteries when we run the truck, so that way we don't have to pull a battery charger on it. The truck, when you back up to it and hook up to it, you can have your little pigtail and plug them in, and it'll be charging your batteries while you go on your run. So anyways, the winch, some of y'all probably already figured out, this is a 12,000 pound badland. It's a Harbor Freight special, but it should do what we're gonna do with it. So wouldn't be right if we didn't have a test. So I've got our, I think that's a 2030 John Deere 65 horse. It probably weighs about 5,500 pounds, maybe pushing 6,000. It's not a super heavy tractor, and it's far from the tractors that we pull, but it's a good average test to give the soul trailer a shot. So we've got, I did make a little roller here, stand, to hold the roller when we're not using it, so I got to figure out a way to hold it down and all that good stuff. So other than that, I think it looks really sharp, so let's give it a test. Alright, let's see how good this works. So this would be the setup. Now, here's the coolest thing about all this. I bought a cordless kit for it, so I can be on the tractor driving it. go. You can get off, see if you're close enough, if not. That is so cool. That's awesome. There you go. Put it in gear, chain her down, and you're ready to roll. Pick it up. Ready to roll. Strap it down. I like that. That is slick. That is really slick. I was going to show real quick the double line configuration. Got a little old D-ring set up for a 2-inch receiver, and I can put it in this one or the one over there, and then you can run your double line through a snatch block, which that's a 20,000 pound Traveler snatch block. If anybody's curious about the hanger that I've got for this, that's also a Traveler brand. So they come from say Tractor Supply. So that's the complete setup pretty much. It ain't nothing fancy, but it gets the job done. So pretty cool little setup. Guys, I hope y'all liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got something out of it. Like, subscribe to me if you hadn't already. And guys, I will see y'all next time. Y'all take care from Classic Work.